Now we are in the model 2 where we are going to see some of the relational model constraints and data objects concepts, where the first lesson we are going to see about the relational construct introduction, where we are going to see what is referencing, how we can differentiate between primary key and foreign key, and what is primary key and foreign key, and what are the parent table and how we can identify its dependent table. The first thing is, whenever we are designing any database ER diagram, or whenever we are going to design any database, we need to have some business rules, and these business rules are defined by the businesses. Suppose we have this library example as in a business. So in this where we can say there are some business rules, like one book can be written by author. In the previous session, which we have seen how we can specify the relationship like one to many, one to one, or many to one, or many to many. In this case, we do have this book and author. So this is basically referencing each other. Like book is referencing author, or author can be referenced by the book. So that is something which is called as a referencing. We do have some different entities in the database relational diagram, and we can say that they are referenced based on their business rules. Now, when it comes to AR diagram, so we can see there are different set of relationship between different entities or different tables when we have designed AR diagram, and we do have this author list, book, borrow. When we have such tables, we specify some relationships, and in this you can see some of the columns are like author ID is a PK, so primary key, and here it is FK is foreign key, author ID. So what is it? So you can see in every table, you can see primary key is like this, and this is something which is mentioned here. Basically, for a primary key is uniquely identify each row in table. So it is not going to be a duplicate. It will be ID. So it will be needed for our data values to be stored, and further it can be used to design our data model. And foreign keys is a set of columns referring to a primary key of another table. So here this author ID is a foreign key here in this author list table, because it is referring to the author ID of this author table primary key. So that is something which is called as a primary key and foreign key. This is very much important to know about the primary key and foreign key. Now there are some terminology we need to understand: parent table and dependent table. A table containing a primary key that is related to at least one foreign key. So that is a parent table, and dependent is a table containing one or more foreign keys. In this case, author is a parent table and author list is a dependent table, because this author list is having a foreign key which is referencing to the primary key of this author table. So that is called as a parent table. So this concept we need to understand. In summary, we have seen what is referencing, how referencing is decided based on the business rules, what is primary key, what is foreign key, and what are the parent and dependent table. So that is something which we have seen. I hope you liked it, and we will see you in next lecture.